Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is just another pregnancy update. I am just over 23 weeks now. I know I've been missing, I think my last update I was like 19 weeks. We just had the power outage and it was gone for like a week, and we were living at my mother-in-law's and just a lot of craziness, and then it was a holiday, so I just decided to take a break and just try to relax because I had a lot going on, especially with the pregnancy. Like I said, I'm 23 weeks, or just over 23 weeks. I still have the gestational diabetes. It's kind of getting worse, where I've been able to maintain it through diet, but it just seems like some meals it's not steadying, and my sugars are just going really high. And I was at the diabetic center a few days ago, and the woman was saying that she thinks I may end up on insulin with this pregnancy like I did with my son in the next few weeks if it doesn't stabilize, and she doesn't see it stabilizing, which is really gonna suck because I'm still so early in my pregnancy. I know I've crossed the halfway mark, but I'm still kind of early, and it's just like giving myself insulin every day. It didn't like it with my son. Thankfully I didn't have to do it for too long, but this time it seems like I'm going to have to be doing it from maybe like 25, 26 weeks till the end. And it just was painful, and I didn't like it at all. Other than that, that same day I ended up going to try to see my OB because it's in the same hospital. But he wasn't available, so I had to go into the birthing center because I started getting a lot of Braxton Hicks the night before. And I was at that time 22 weeks, coming close to 23 weeks, and that's really early, like way too early to be getting Braxton Hicks from what they've told me. But because I was so early at 22 weeks, they said there's not much they can do, but they still ran tests on me because at the same time I wasn't feeling the baby move after the Braxton Hicks had started the night before. So they put a monitor on, they found the baby's heartbeat, they picked up movement, so everything seemed fine. But then they also sent me for a biophysical scan or something like that, just to make sure the baby was breathing properly and everything was okay with the baby, and to check and make sure my cervix wasn't opening up, because I was, what I thought was just like heavy discharge, it was more stringy. So from what they told me, it is my mucus plug, but it's normal for some of it to come out, just as long as it's not coming out in chunks and it's not opening my cervix. So that's why they sent me for the scan, and they said everything's fine with the baby. My cervix wasn't open, but they still wanted to do an internal check just to make sure. And when she did that, that was just so painful. Like, I just wanted to cry. But she said my cervix was closed, and the only thing is, with the same problem I had with my son, was with your first pregnancy, your cervix is supposed to be long and firm. But with my son, it was short and really, really soft. And that's why I started getting a lot of pain at 28 weeks. Because the bigger the baby gets, the heavier they are, the more they're pushing on your cervix. And at 28 weeks with my son, they gave me steroid shots to help develop his lungs quicker in case he were to come early. And he did end up coming at 34 weeks, so he was 6 weeks early, but he was healthy. He was only in the hospital for 2 weeks. So as a precaution with this pregnancy, they want to give me the steroid shot at 28 weeks. But when I was in the hospital the other day, they were debating giving it to me, but they didn't because they said I'm not quite 23 weeks yet. So I've been put on bed rest until I see my doctor on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now. And it's going to be up to him if he wants to give me the steroid shots and if he wants to put me on bed rest for even longer. And with a 2.5-year-old, it's really hard to be on bed rest because you're always up chasing them, getting things. So we'll see how that works out if he has to put me on bed rest for even longer. I know the last time I forgot to mention my weight gain. I started this pregnancy at 101. The last video I think I was at like 103, 104. Then I had lost some weight from my last diabetic check, but then this time when I went back, I gained a few pounds, so I'm at 105, 106 around there. I know with my son, I didn't start gaining weight until about 23 weeks, so I'm anticipating gaining a lot of weight from now on in, and I feel a lot bigger this time around than with my son, and I know that's normal with your second pregnancy, but I just feel like really, really huge, and I just feel like my back is stretching. I just feel like everything is just stretching and getting so big, and I'm so nervous because I still have a long way to go, and I don't know how big I'm gonna get. Other than that, still nauseous, still getting headaches. Food cravings, not so much. I think it's because I can't have the sweets, so I haven't been having them, so I'm not craving them. I do try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I don't eat the fruits at night because the diabetic clinic told me not to. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I haven't really gotten any new stretch marks. I only have the ones from when I was pregnant with my son, which are just a few on the side. But they started to fade pretty quickly. They're kind of showing a little bit more now, but nothing new. I've gotten that dark line, I forgot what it's called, down my stomach, and I've always hated that line. I was so happy when it was gone with after my son, but now it's back. Other than that, not really wearing maternity clothes, just like regular clothes, just bigger sizes. I was wearing baggier clothes before, but then I started feeling like I was making myself look really huge. So now I'm into more fitted clothes. I'm like, I might as well embrace my bump. Because like, some people still don't know, but they're going to start figuring really soon now that I'm wearing tighter fitted clothes. Other than that, nothing else to update you guys on. I can think of at least. So I'll show you guys the bump. So this is my bump from the front and the side. And I'll just lift up my shirt. So it's a lot bigger than when I was pregnant with my son. It's a lot heavier, it's a lot just different. But there it is. And again, this is the bump for 23 weeks. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for my next video. Hopefully I'll be uploading a lot more often now that it's the new year and I do feel a little bit better. But don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.